everyone, I am Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. I am back with another planner review for you. I am very excited about the 2021 Christy Wright Goal Planner. I do follow Dave Ramsey, and I love listening to Christy Wright's podcast. She's one of the Ramsey personalities, and I have read her book, and I am attending her conference at the end of the month. Not attending, actually, it's a live stream. They are hosting it in Tennessee, but I don't want to travel. So I'm excited that they're offering the live stream, but I was really excited, of course, a planner. I was using a different goal planner in 2020, and it's the second year that I've used that one, and it just, I don't know. There's something about it that just didn't stick with me. So I'm really excited about this one, and I wanted to go ahead and go through it with you. There is a nice little how to use this planner. It outlines all of the different sections of the planner, so I will be going through all of those with you. I do love the colors. There's a spot to put your name, a little note from her, and then we have the 2021 goal worksheet with several questions about where you are, where you want to be. And I like that she talks about what makes a good goal, because often we make lofty goals like, I want to get healthier. Okay, well, it needs to be specific. And that's not specific. Measurable. How do you measure if you're healthy? Have a time limit. I mean, all of these things. So it's really helpful to think through how to make a good goal. And then there are examples here, and so that's also helpful with checklists if it is these specific things that she lines out at the beginning. And then you get into each monthly section. So there are different tabs for each month. Each quarter is a different color, and so that's kind of fun so that you can see visually where you're at in the quarter. Each one has a quote here, and then for the title page of each month, you have a title here. So in January, she's focusing on the most important things. And so here you have a little teaching section. This is her core of confidence. If you're at all familiar with her, I'm sure that you've heard her talk about this. And then a monthly challenge. So then she helps you kind of work through those things with a guided journaling and prayer section, which you could skip if you aren't into that kind of thing. And then there's a couple of pages to define your action plan. I love these types of things. I'm a very visual person, and so having something like this to work through and see my progress throughout the year is definitely helpful for me. And then it gets into the monthly calendar. I am a planner girl. Of course, I have to have my monthly calendars, but then she also has weeklies, and we'll get in there in a second. I did want to mention it is a Sunday start, which I kind of expected. I personally prefer a Monday start, but I know that I'm kind of outside the norm in that. It is a very simple layout. You only have the couple of holidays and nothing else. I do like that you have a different color for the days that are in the previous month, so a lighter gray and then a dark black, and then a spot to put your goals before heading into the weeklies. Now, I do like these weeklies. I am a vertical person. I really just thrive in that. There's a spot for your top 3 goals. I really like that. Things that you're doing in other areas of your life, which is really important. And then the bulk of the weekly section, you have events and then to-dos. Personally, I kind of wish that the to-do section was a little bigger and the event section was shorter. Obviously, it depends on what you're doing. If you're somebody who has a lot of appointments, you need more spaces for your events. I will probably just make my to-do section bleed into my event. And then you have Saturday and Sunday, which are stacked. And that's okay with me in this planner because this is more of a business planner. I will not be using this as my actual personal everyday carry, just more of my business planner. So you do have, obviously, enough weeks for the whole month. And this one just so happens to end on the 31st before your monthly review. So you have 2 pages for that before getting into your next month. Again, a new quote. And then you have a new monthly focus. And there's, again, pages on the teaching and then the same type of thing. Guided journaling and prayer, your action plan. These are always different to help you with whatever you're focusing on in the month. So I am really excited about that. And then you have your monthly spread again. I see that they put some silly holidays in there too. You have National Pizza Day, so that's kind of fun. And then the only other thing I wanted to check, and February isn't going to be a good check of this either because there are exactly 4 weeks in the month. I want to see how they split the months. So in this case, see, this is different than I expected. Generally speaking, whenever planners split weeks in between months, what they do is they take whichever half of the week has more days in whichever month and stick it there. So Usually what I have seen is if there's a 3 and a 4 split with the month, so this is the ending of March and the beginning of April, normally they would put this week in April, but I wonder if they consistently do this where they end the month here so that you have your monthly review before flipping to the next month. So let's see how April split is. Okay, again. So then we'll look at May. All right, so 30th for May. So that's kind of an obvious split since the 31st is a Monday. That would be kind of silly to put the whole week in that month. Let's see how June ends. All right, so we will have in June. Okay, now this is interesting. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where if there were 3 pages or 3 days in one month, they would put it with the month with 4. So interesting that they aren't consistent. And it's not a big deal, and most people probably wouldn't notice, but as a planner girl, I love consistency. And so the ending of July, or excuse me, the ending of June is actually tied in with July, where before it was not. So that's just interesting to note. Probably not a big deal. I forgot to mention this I'm grateful for section at the bottom of the page. And then once you get back to all the end, you have the monthly review again, and then you do get a congrats, you did it, which is very exciting. I will say that as far as the quality goes, this is one of those O-ring bindings, and those generally speaking are not my favorite. However, a planner this size, you almost have to have obviously a coil of some kind. I personally think that they definitely could have made it a bigger coil. It seems a little bit small for this number of pages, and you can kind of tell that it's like folding out a little bit. I will not be adding stickers to this, so it's not going to get any fatter, but I was kind of a little bit disappointed when I saw the size of coil. It's not very easy to turn a whole bunch of pages at once, but I expect this to just stay open on my desk. So if I'm in this week, I will just have this side open, and I won't be opening and closing it very often. So it's not really going to be a huge deal, I don't think. But overall, I am very excited about this planner. I would love to know your thoughts on it down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.